I'm going to show you this GOLDEMATE ORIAN 1000. That's a battery. It's like a power station. And I'm going to put a link to a bunch of the detail, a link to a bunch of other videos down in the details down below, because my knowledge on electronics is limited. I don't really mess with a lot of electronic gadgets. But this is a battery different from other batteries. Let me explain a little bit about it and show you a few cool things. But for further details on it, some of you guys are really into this stuff. For further details on it, there will be links to many videos down below. Watch those different videos. There are videos where a guy runs his entire house off of this. Washer, dryer, gas heater, you name it. He runs it all off this battery. There's another one. He runs his trolling motor off it. I got this for a trolling motor. I have a small dinghy, like a inflatable with a wooden floor dinghy. And if my brother still has his trolling motor, if not, I'm going to have to look for one. But I want to get a trolling motor to fish the surf. It says it's not waterproof, but there's a video. I'll try to put a link to it where a guy drops this into water and he leaves it for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, I think, and he pulls it out and it works perfect. Not recommended. It does void the warranty, but just goes to show if you're using it for a trolling motor in a boat and a wave splashes over, should be okay. Just wipe it down. A lot of cool things about this, though, including a readout. There's a readout screen here. It's got protective plastic on it. I'll show you this. I'm going to also show you an item that you can plug into this. It is a power inverter. Because you might say, hey, how am I going to get power off of this? You know, there's only the two terminals, two posts, to positive and negative. When you hook this up, it goes to, there's a fuse, and then it'll go down to the power inverter. And the power inverter's got some 110 plugs on it and some USB ports on it, and it's got a readout on it. You got a readout here and you have a readout there to see how much you're draining the battery, how much battery you have left. That's another thing. This thing will totally read that out. But for you that are really into gadgets and gizmos, there is an app you can get on your phone to this. Those of you who know me, I don't have apps on my phone. I refuse to put any apps on my phone. I don't want to clutter it up with all the junk that I'm not going to use. But you can get an app on here, and it'll show you what each cell is putting out, what each cell, there are many different cells in here, it still holds in it, the temperature, everything on that app. There'll be a link in the details down below. Also, a video that has that in it. I mean, they put these things through some serious tests. And I don't know enough about electronics to do some of the tests they did, or I don't have the ability to because I don't live in a small home and have the ideas how to hook it up. But it comes with these cables. And these cables plug into the ports here. You have this one that'll plug in, and you hook this up to another battery, same type. You can run 4 continued batteries. And this battery allows each battery to communicate to the other battery to know, I'm pulling this much off this cell or this much off this cell. You gotta put in a little more to equally distribute the pull coming off the batteries, the temperatures, the drainage off the battery itself, how much is left. Everything will be from this battery, this screen, to the next, to the next, to the next. It allows them to communicate. This one allows you to hook up to something else. I mean, you got these extra wires here, open wires, and on one of the videos, only on one of the videos, he actually explains what these are. and that guy really knows what he's talking about, but he was limited on what he would do with these. So a few of you are out there, so if you know what you're gonna be using these for, go ahead and list them in the details down below, and I will pin it to the top of the comments so other people can read what you put. But first of all, this is not one of those things where you can just hook up and charge in an hour or two. It came with 82% charge. I hooked it up mid-afternoon, and it took all the way till the next morning to get 100%. It comes with this really well explained out and written instructions on what everything is and how it's to be used. These are called parallel communication wire. This is the parallel communication wire, and this is a communication wire. Cable lugs and the instruction book was what it comes with. What it doesn't come with and what you will need is some sort of battery charger. Now I use this one, a Noco Genius 1. This one took all night, but pretty nice, really inexpensive. It's got a fuse, and what I like about this is if they come off, they can't spark. They're totally insulated. So you pop these off, loosen this up, pop these off, you got yourself your nut there, black to the negative, you plug in. This is a smart plug, and it will automatically identify what you are charging. On this particular, it was a lithium battery, and it'll go over to the lithium battery, and you will get a red dot here. When it turns green, you are charged. When it turned green, it was at 99%. I left it at green, just left it going, and hit 100%. Now I charged this 2 days ago, fully charged, and it is still at 100%. So I'll show you a closer look out of this readout, a closer look at everything, and then I'll show you the charger, and I will hook it up to this power inverter and do a demonstration on this. What I thought I could use this for, besides the trolling motor, I thought, oh, this will time out too. You turn it on, it'll eventually go back out. I'm not sure exactly how long it stays on for. There it goes, it went out. About 10 seconds. So, what I thought I could use this for, besides the trolling motor, as a lot of you know that I do group camps, I use my truck. I've got a tent that goes in the truck bed, but I thought this would be cool to have in the truck. We could run a light source off. If we have a big camp like up at Crystal Lake, we could run lights, run it all off this battery. I'm not one to be blasting music because I know other campers in the area go up there to get away from that stuff. So why would I want to bring that up there and anger these guys? I go up there to get away from that stuff. So it's not out to run a TV, although you could. I'm not out to run music, although I could. But I could run lights, I could run pumps for boats, I could run anything. People could come up to the charging station, charge their phones, do recording. I could charge my video cameras off of this. There are many things I can charge off of this. But I've seen a guy that charges his entire, he runs his entire house off of these batteries. The ORIAN, GOLDEMATE ORIAN 1000. Got these nice handles here. Probably weighs about 25-30 pounds, roughly. I'm just estimating. But I'm sure you can look it up and see in the details more about it. So you have these. Communication from this battery to the next. You've got two of these. You've got these lugs. positive and the negative. Easy screws to get into the battery. I myself will probably have no reason to ever get in there. But some of you like to tinker around with things. They make it easy. It's got the handles. It also has on the bottom these rubber things to keep it from, if your surface is vibrating or moving or slippery, to keep it from sliding off. Little insulation. You can just Google the names on these items and get links to them. There are numerous. These guys make all kinds of different ones for different purposes. GOLDEMATE, 100%. DIY battery packs. Look at this. This guy's got 4 of them hooked up in a row. Got a breather vent here. LCD screen here. And the 2 communication ports. Here is the communication plug. You can pause and check it out. Your apps for Android, iOS, for the user manual. But there is an app for you as you are into the apps. But this user manual is very easy to read, and everything's well explained. Now, let me show you something else I have to go with it. Krieger's 1000 watt inverter. Got a fan in the back. Your positive and your negative. Got a ground. Got some bolts to mount it in case you're going to put it in your vehicle or something. And then once you hook it all up, you have your 2 110 plugs, 2 USB, your readout screen. It's got a fuse here just in case. Let me hook this up and then show you this battery in action. See that? 13.4 volts. If I unplug this, we're running. Got a menu here. Get your watts, your volts. There's the battery, 13.4 VDC. This up here. Look at that. The output reads everything. Now I'm going to hook something else up to this, and I'll show you something. So I hooked this up to this, and look at this. I'm running the fan off of that. And now let's see what the output. Somehow only likes to turn under in the right hand. Look at that, my right hand turns it on. Output 68, 67 watts. 13.2. Still charging the phone. 1 hour and 30 minutes until full. Running the fan. Cold. Let's try one more. Charging the phone. Running the fan. Charging 2 camera batteries. Well, this one's full. Charging camera batteries. When it's full, it blacks out. Let me put another one in there. Charging 2 camera batteries. Running the fan. Charging the phone. And the output, $73, $72, $75 watts at 100%. Now, some of the other guys did demonstrations on these. One guy for a week ran it for a week, set up 4 batteries for a week. They do more extensive views, experiments and demonstrations. I'll be doing more as they come up, but for now, it's pretty cool. I'm going to be doing a car camp at Lake Paris. All you guys are going to be invited. It's mostly going to be for fishing, but there will be time sitting around the fire and stuff. This will be there if you want to check it out. It's coming up as soon as the weather cools down. Lake Paris, Inland Empire, Southern California. Show up, set up your tent or your camper or whatever you do, cowboy camp, whatever you do, and we'll have fishing and spending time around the fire, drinking and cooking. You guys can check this out. Charge your phone off it. Charge your camera off it. You do have this fuse in case something happens. Keep from frying this. Keep from frying that if something happens in reverse. But it's pretty nice. So there'll be a link to this battery in the details down below, first of all. And I want to thank these guys, and I apologize for taking so long, but I was waiting on this, and I was waiting on that. So, thank you very much for, they gave me this to check it out and try it out. So I'm going to put it through some tests. I wish I still had my camper shell on for my truck, but you'll see it in use. So thanks for watching, and check out the videos. If this interests you at all, please check out the other guys' videos. You can check out the site. This is about the best battery in a lot of people's opinion. In mine, it's the only one I've tested, but in a lot of people's opinions who have tested many, this is the best battery around for the price and for what it does. If you are into the camping in your truck or van life, a lot of guys built, there were some really cool containers. Oh, one more thing about this. Let's see what came with it. It came with this. One more thing. This thing came with this cable, and you might wonder, oh, it came with these, but it came with this, and I was wondering, what is this? This is really cool. It comes with this. So you hook this up down underneath where it's not visible, out of the way with the battery, somewhere where it can stay cool and run. But to turn this on, you can run this up and have a remote switch. Have a remote switch when you want this to kick in. So you're not constantly hooked up to the battery and sucking the power out of it. You have this with old phone line. There'll be a video down below where a guy actually hooks this up and runs this off of his GOLDEMATE with several batteries. And you can turn it on and off that easy. And that is the Krieger inverter remote manual. This, you're looking at the Krieger 1100 watt, 1500 watt, 2000 watt power inverter. I got the smaller one. In this, you are looking at the Noco Genius 1. And in this, of course, the GOLDEMATE ORIAN 1000. And there will be a link to this one in the details down below. All the rest, you're going to have to Google the names. There will be a link to some videos, which I thought were the better of the videos that I've watched. I've watched numerous videos on this. So thanks for watching, guys.